What's up, guys? So today we are going to talk about outputting G code for Lathe in the X negative direction. Okay, so this is a unique setup. This is mostly for older machines and for a sub turret. Okay, so most of y'all probably never have to do this, but you may have run across this at some point in time. Okay, so if you look at a normal G code program, your X is always in positive, unless you're crossing center line, like in a facing operation, right? Now, if you look at the G71 can cycle, your U value is, 0.02, 0.01. That's how much you're saving for your finish, okay? That's always a positive value, right? Now, where this differs is basically what's going to happen is on a really on a really old lathe or a sub turret context, you're going to have X negative. Okay, so the way this is going to work is your X values are going to be X negative, and your U value for G71 and your OD or turning, it's also going to be in negative direction. In addition to that, a GO2 will now be a GO3, and what would normally be a GO3 would normally be a GO2. Also, your cutter comp can be inverse as well. So you're going to need your post-processor to output all of that correctly in the right format. If anything's off, bad things can happen. Okay, so in order to get Fusion 360 to output X negative positions, what you want to do is you want to edit your tools. So I'm going to go to Edit Tool, or really you can go to your tool library. You want to make sure all your tools that are used in the program have this tool number, okay? So under Post Processor, for your turret, instead of 0, we're going to put 101, okay? So I'm going to do that for each tool. And if you're really going to be doing this, I would suggest making a tool library just for X negative positions, all right? Get a Post Processor, turret, 101, hit OK. Okay, so what we're going to do here is we're going to repost this. And if you notice now, all of the X values, X negative, right? Now we go to the G71 can cycle, for example. This is now U minus 0.02, right? And I don't have any GO2s or GO3s in here, but what you would see is the GO2 would now be a GO3, and a GO3 would now be a GO2. Alright, so it's pretty simple. You probably won't have to do this, but if you ever have to switch to X negative for some reason, this is how you're going to do it.